Okay guys, in the previous video we created this interface, but the thing is we haven't created any database for customers. Firstly, we are going to create the database, and we are going to do registration process via some layout components like text fields and registration button. So we are going to open our database from our solution. No, save explorer. Let have some quick refresh, because Windows is so fast. And here this user table is for admins, but I'm going to create a new table. Using a new query we can create. In this video we are going to use the graphical user interface, because in the previous video we used that what we call as SQL queries, but here it is not much powerful. We cannot do some things like what we call as default values, automatic increment. So I avoid that. Then I'm going to do that with SQL queries. Right click on this table or database, then go to new query. Here I will say create, and then table name as customers. Okay, now inside parentheses we are going to pass in all the columns. Add some line spaces to have some space to work with. uh, okay, now here we are going to create the first column, which is for customer ID. Customer underscore ID uh, is equals to, no, this is not a program, this is SQL. So this will be int, but uh, this should be auto incremented. How we can do that? There are ways to do that, what we call as let's say identity. Identity, and this identity will take two arguments. First one means the starting value will be 1, and then uh, using what value, that means from which value the next id will be increased by 1, starting with 1, then uh, the next value will be increased by 1. Okay, now we have to make this primary key. We will do that later by saying like this: primary primary uh, it will be key for custom id, primary key, and then parentheses. Inside parentheses we have to pass in that custom id. Customer id, and here this should not be null, not null, and this also should be unique. Okay, now customer name can be taken as a varchar vark customer name, and this is in varchar type, and the length for characters, let's say as 50. It is more than enough for a name, and I will say this as, let say, customer name can be not null. Without a name we are not taking customers, not null. And then the next one as customer uh, email as waka. It can be 50 characters and it will be null. It is okay. Customer might not have uh, email address, but customers have phone number. Customer underscore phone is waka. We will have some characters up to 20, then it will be not null. Okay, and then comma. Now in this last one we will make this customer id as the primary key. Now let's execute this. Could not be find the procedure customer underscore. Okay, int I think we cannot use this underscore. I will say customer id like capital id. Let's see whether this will work or not. And P will be replaced with capital P. Now let's see again. This command completed successfully. Alright, now if you refresh our database, you can see this customers table right now. What we are going to do is just register a customer through the interface. For that I'm going to just add another group box. Here text I will change that into customer uh, details, like that. Now here we have to add some text box. We can copy this text box to make this easy and then paste that here. I will decrease the width and we'll add some label to say user to enter your name. User is the not one, user is in the hotel. Normal customers are not going to use this software, so enter customer name. We will remove this enter. The customer id will be replaced automatically, then we don't have to access that. It will be used in the background programmatically. Now I will make a copy of this label again to ask customer phone number. Next on customer email. This is not kind of a government software, then we will never share our address with hotels, right? We are not going to live in there just for a 1 day or 2 days. But I forgot, we must keep the customer identity number. How we can edit our table? Go back into server explorer, go to customers, and then right click on that, go to table, open table definition. Now you can edit this. I will say this is not null, and then the column name as identity no, and this will be vaka 50, and id should not be null. And I will update now. Click update database. Okay, now identity now it is fine. Now uh, in this form home, no, customers form, I'm going to duplicate this text field for customer email. I need more space below. I am going to just scroll to below. I will say here customer identity no. Okay, now let's duplicate this text field to here. Okay, now we are going to add buttons for insert, update, delete. Insert, and this button text should be in 14 pt. insert, update, and then I say delete. Delete button will be visible once user search item and then select here, then those data will come into this place. Then this delete button will be visible, also update button will be visible. So we are going to disable this button programmatically after launching this page. Then insert button will be only visible. Now here I will say delete. Now let's drag into this side, then insert button will be in the center, so it will be fine. Then we have to change this button's identifier, otherwise if we coding, once we are doing a presentation or something like that, we cannot explain what this method is doing, what is this click event is doing. So I will replace this button identifier with button insert cast. Here I will say button update cast, and then here button delete cast. Okay, that is it for this video. I will see you in the next video. Thank you.